Hello, I'm Marnell. Thank you for joining me today. I am here to share my latest project with you, and maybe if you would like your input on some of the choices I need to make. So this project started like 8 or 9 months ago when my friend started to move her mother into a retirement home, and they had to clean up her house, and she found a lot of old books and old memorabilia that she gave to me, and this was amongst it. This scrapbook and then two others and a lot of magazines and old newspapers. So I'll share with you. Look at this page. It's just so aged. It's supposed to be pink, light pink, but it's already brown and yellow on the edges. But it is all about the Queen. Her mother was obviously a little obsessed with her because she kept so many articles and information about her. She had 3 scrapbooks just about her life, and mostly the early years, like when she was maybe the 30s up until the 70s. So these are mostly newspaper clippings. But look at this page, and everything is so... Look at this, I love it. That's not the Queen. But I just kept finding things about the Queen everywhere I went. When I go to thrift stores, look at this picture. Everywhere I found books, all kinds of things that I just kind of started collecting without, I think, really realizing how much I already have. Probably could have done a journal or two just with the things that my friend gave me from her mother's house. So this is the royal visit to Canada 1951, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful picture. And it looks like this scrapbook was sold, and this was the cover. So she didn't glue this on here, so it must have been like an official memorabilia kind of thing that they sold when they came to Canada. So I won't go through the entire book, every page, but it's just everything as newspaper clippings and glued in here. And I mean the glue kind of didn't dry flat, but I'm sure I can find a way to incorporate some of this in a journal. This was the second one, and then the third one, I think this one wasn't glued in. So this one must have been a little later because there's some colored photos in there, and here is a lot of newspaper clippings again that she didn't glue in. And then, so I can obviously use the pages in that one as well. And then this, I don't know where this came from, but I think it's just beautiful. And I can't even remember if this was in maybe one of the scrapbooks, I don't know, but I just think it's beautiful. Unfortunately, there's no date on here, but it says part number 10, Beautiful Britain, the sceneries and splendors of the United Kingdom, and then it says specially approved by Her Majesty Queen Victoria. So this must be older. I mean, it's obviously, but there's no date on here. And then this huge one, this one I found at a thrift store, and it's huge. I won't be able to fit the whole thing in, but I'm thinking even just this for a journal cover. It's yellowed, it's torn, it's just I love it. This is her as a child. I don't know how old. I think this one was more King George and Queen Elizabeth as well. What was her mother's name? I'll have to read up on all of this before I start. But yeah, this is more newspaper clippings from the 30s, showing her as a child. Oh, there she is, not. And here, oh, sorry, this book is just huge, and there's so much in here. It's incredible. And see, a lot of them are more yellow than just more sepia than black and white, but I won't go. There's a lot of things in here. As you can see, they're not all glued flat, so you can kind of flip through them, different things. And then in the back there's some old newspapers, you know, the entire spread. What's the date? 1937. And then this one is also, this was when she was a child, so it must have been, yeah, 37 as well. Yeah, the newspapers are huge. Oh, I'm not even going to try to open them or go through all of this. But yeah, this one I found at the thrift store. And then these, the newspapers I found, those came from my friend's mother's house as well. 1936. Just old knipping, the tragic memories 26 years ago. Yeah. And then this one, Unto Rest Eternal. So this must have been in 1936 when Edward became king. Queen Mary. I'll go through this in more detail. And then this one is King George dies in his sleep. This is the 6th of February 1952. And yeah, this entire newspaper has photos. And oh, it's so big. Trying to get, oh, look at this one. Oh, this is beautiful. She was 11 years old there. And then this must have come from the back. Oh, maybe this magazine. This is the front. The magazine is coming apart, but this I would love to incorporate someone. They wrote, keep this one. It was June 1953. And oh, it's her coronation. All about the coronation. And this is the back of the book. Look at this. I think this is just beautiful. The coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. And then there was, oh, there's so many. This is England, 1976 and 77. Look at this one. Oh, the glare. Oh, look at that. So, not lots of photos of her in the book, but I do like the cover and this photo. Definitely used somehow. And then this one is the coronation as well. The Queen, 1953. And what's in here? Oh, lots of black and white photos. And beautiful, beautiful advertisements as well that can be used. This one is obviously a little, oh, that's 1965 at Chatelaine. And I don't see any photos of her inside. And then another one, this is also of her coronation, with lots and lots of black and white, faded, matte photos. And another one of the coronation, May 12, 1937. Yeah, this is more sepia, it's beautiful. Anyway, this is the Star Weekly 1959, and I just love this photo. Don't know if I can cut it out maybe and put it on a journal cover or on a page, or I don't know it, but I do like it. The Queen gets a Western welcome, so this might have been not sure if this was a visit to Canada or somewhere again. Prince Charles of Wales. Oh, and look at this. This is beautiful too. Some more colored photos by this time, not just black and white. This one's, I've never seen this one. This one is beautiful. Okay. And then what are these? The London News, Silver Jubilee. Oh, look at this. Oh, that must have been with that book. The magazines are coming apart, but it looks like this was her wedding. Growing up on the balcony, 1935, 1947. So I think that, here's another, I won't go through all of it, but looks like just London News as well. Lots of old photos, but look at this one. I think this was the back page of that magazine. It's beautiful. And then there's a Life magazine with her on the front, but I don't think there was a lot of photos of her in here. No. This one is April 24, 1944. So this was before Elizabeth is 18. And this one, London News as well, 1953, June 6. So this must have been the coronation again. Yes, I'm hoping to have these books done before the Jubilee celebrations in June. A more coronation coming up. This would be a nice cover for a soft cover journal, maybe one signature. Her coronation. And then, this is the Royal Tour of Canada. No date. That is weird. I don't see a date. Anyway, I'm not going to go through all of this. This one is Coronation Reeves Colors, decorations for the classroom. Must have come from a magazine as well, but there's no date on here. But look at that. I think that's very cute. Maybe a horizontal belly band. And this was a almanac, and weirdly I don't see a year on this almanac at all. But it's photos of the children and of her out and about. And this is our young prince, so this must be Charles, I assume. But I just love this cover too. There's too many choices. But yeah, just pictures of the baby. And then the Queen's Silver Jubilee. So this, I think this was 25 years, so 77, 76, 77, I think. Yeah, 52. Anyway, this is more like colored photos, a little glossy, so I'll have to do something. And then, yeah, so the Silver Jubilee was 52 to 77. And same thing, just lots of, this one doesn't have as many photos, but. And then I found this. I do love this dust jacket. I don't know if I can make this into a journal cover, but even the book is Elizabeth and Philip. And let's see if there's a date in here. I don't see a date, so I don't know if this was a wedding anniversary or maybe that was published for their wedding. And then I found this cute little lavender book, The Royal Commandments. There's no photos in here, but I just love this cover. It would be a cute little book with the silver embossing on there. And this book has nothing to do with the Queen, but it says the book's title is The Queen's Confession, so I thought maybe a photo on here, maybe some lace, and decorate this up. These are just options for covers. And then this one is How the Queen Reigns. This would be a beautiful cover too. And then the book is like this. Nice big book too. And oh, this one has photos in it. What's the date for this one? Oh, look. I love that photo. 1959. And then this one, it would be a bigger journal. I'm not going to make this many journals, but these are the options. If you have any suggestions on which ones to use, that would be great. So this is the dust jacket, and the cover of the book looks like this. Has a little bit of damage, but that can be fixed. And then lots and lots of colored photos. This one is a story of the royal family, so it's not just about the Queen. And then I also found, let me just grab this, two puzzle boxes. The puzzles are still in here as well. But this, I think this is beautiful. This would make a cute little journal, or even if I cut this off and put it on a journal cover, a bigger book, that would be beautiful. There's no dates on these puzzles. And then I found this one. I found both puzzles at a thrift store. This one is the 500-piece puzzles. The box are bigger, and it would be more of a horizontal journal if I use this as a cover. It needs to be cleaned up. Oh, it's very dirty. And then on the weekend I found this photo album at the flea market, and it's a leather cover. It has a crown on here. I don't know, with these beautiful colors. I think this would be such a beautiful journal. And inside it can be bound like this, just add your pages in there. I just love this. And the other thing that I found at the flea market, everything on one day, just on Sunday, is this playing card, set of playing cards, and it's still in, oh, sorry for the noise, it's still in plastic. It wasn't even opened. And this is Queen's Jubilee 1977. Camera's a little high, so found those on Sunday. And then I also found this. And I would hate to cut this up, so I have to think, if I do this as a journal cover, it has to be a bigger journal, like a square journal. But this was Coronation souvenir, so this was 1953, New Zealand. Westminster Abbey, Buckingham Palace. What's these two? Same thing. No, this is not. This is Tower of London, and this is House of Parliament in London. I just think this is so pretty. Anyway, let me think what you think of choices for a book cover. I obviously have too many choices, so I would appreciate your input. I am pretty excited to start using all of these really old pieces of black and white photos and the newspaper cuttings and everything else I found. I think I have more than enough to keep me busy, maybe make 2 or 3 journals, I'm not sure yet. But let me know what you think on a cover for a journal. I hope you enjoyed going through all of these old pieces with me, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a lovely day. Bye.